in that one, I got a 6.
There we go. Hey, start over. Good evening, everybody. It's 7 o'clock, a little bit after on Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us for our persistent long-term campaign, Twilight Malediction, our version of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Big episode number 25 this evening. Let me get rid of something from the last episode, the little orb, which the party is now in possession of. I'm your host, Manny, at GrowedUpGeek. On all your social medias, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. If you like what we do, please give us a follow, subscribe, whatever it is that their statement of affirmation is on that respective platform. Like I said, episode 25, big episode tonight. Almost 6 months of us together. We're slowly making our way. Party's going to find something definitely very interesting tonight in a really big episode. I say that every week. Before we do that, let us meet our amazing players and the characters they will be this evening. Let's start with our littlest party member, ever curious and ever optimistic. Landon, tell us about Orryn.
So Orryn is a rock gnome artificer who is very curious. I unfortunately did not roll a wand today because I'm really wondering what that wand will do. I was not able to.
That wand.
He is excited and scared at the same time. There it is. He's excited and scared at the same time to be wandering into Arl's fortress, or to try to stop Arl's plans. So he's just very curious and ready for adventure.
Yeah, just I applaud your curiosity because you still haven't touched this thing, but there's probably it's a very good reason why, man. It's fine. I get it. Every week I'm kind of relieved that you don't have to deal with this, just because I don't want to throw my notes out for the whole day. Be like, well, I guess we're just gonna be dealing with whatever the fuck this thing does to everybody.
I'm like this close to start rolling at disadvantage. You know.
You just want to touch it. All right. Before you roll a 1, let's move upstairs on the west coast of the overlay to our resident barbarian, resident of Icewind Dale, and friend of the whale, apparently. Tenta, tell us about Jaatuuli.
I'm Tenta. I played Jaatuuli. He is an ice variant lizard folk, and he is a very large, powerful barbarian that loves the taste of drow flesh. And lucky for him, there seems to be quite a lot of it around here.
Yeah, there has been. I filled up on it. Might be endangered. Who knows? All right. Let's move over. Yeah, poacher. Let's move over to our visitor from another area, plane, reality.
Plane. Yeah, call it a plane.
Okay.
I'd say plane.
And just kind of generally here to do good of the world. Lewis, tell us about Baldr.
I'm Lewis. I'm playing Baldr, who is a Court Azamar Way of the Living Weapon monk from the Eberron campaign, or Eberron setting. Sent here to, I guess, prove himself and slowly finding out what that means, and found a group of like-minded people and has been doing that ever since.
All right. And last and not least, the voice of reason for sure, the protector of the party. Dustin, tell us about Kelroth.
I play Kelroth. He is a half-elf cleric of the life domain. He is chaotic evil and he wants to destroy Nope, wrong one. He's just a good guy who's trying not to harm anyone. Pacifist. Never does any wrong. Theoretically. But yeah, no, he has done wrong in his past and he's trying to make amends in some sort of way.
So
or at least not die.
This wanted poster would disagree. And noted fugitive. Let's not forget that part. All right, that's our amazing cast. Like I said, episode 25. That's not for a stream, but just for any kind of Dungeons and Dragons group. Everybody knows who's played in one. 25 is a good number, and thank you to these guys who come out every week and hang out with us while we do this, and let me just blah 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 at them and do funny voices and use funny names. So thank you to them and to everybody who watches us week after week. We absolutely appreciate your support. Once again, I'm Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social medias. I'm your Dungeon Master. I will do everybody else's. I am the bad voices and the crazy names as well. Last week, the party, fresh from rescuing our party member who got lost in a blizzard, stayed in Valin Harple's magnificently appointed mansion that she just conjured a spell, Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. The party stayed in it. They had some interactions with her, particularly Orryn, who showed up to ask a couple of questions. She gave you all of your stuff, yeah?
Yes.
And had everybody stay in rooms almost as if they were suited custom for them, with the potential exception of Kelroth, whose room was disproportionately large than he himself. After that, there are weird little interactions with the party continuing to just absolutely embrace their very good friend and co-worker, Valin Harple. They set out, found some of Jaatuuli's tribesmen, yeah? And defended a whale who ended up being able to speak, and escorted the party to the island of Grimscale, I believe is the island. Solace is the island. Let me see if I can find it in the little maps here.
It took a whale lift.
Yeah. Because Whale Uber just demonizes their drivers. Conscientious choice. So the party ends up on this conspicuous island that shows up apparently only on the full moon, shaped like a snowflake, ironically enough. Did a little exploration, including the recovery of something that was very near and dear to the heart of the seemingly non-sentimental Valin Harple, an orb that apparently contains basically the reliquary of the entire amount of knowledge that the Harple, the great wizard house, has in their possession. It was stolen by an earlier member of the expedition from the Arcane Brotherhood, perhaps to compensate for a lack of wizarding powers. The party found it, as well as her familiar, and a white ferret, completely dedicated to its master, and even in death it remained. It was mercifully set free back to the Fae, where it was conjured from. The party met the object, named the Professor Orb. It's very charming. It's Valin Harple, but portable. And just as the party began to set back from a beautiful garden that stood in stark contrast to kind of the motif and aesthetic of the rest of the island, as if a beautiful grove in spring had just literally been cased over in ice and frozen in time as a means of preserving its beauty. The party turns to return back to the split in the road when the sky lights up in this gorgeous and brilliant aurora as something flies from the top of the structure in the middle of the island off towards Icewind Dale proper. And for the first time since the party's arrival, originally coming over the spine of the World Mountains, the entire sky of Icewind Dale is once again kind of lit up by this blue and green aurora shining light, which is hard to come by at these times, all over Icewind Dale. So we will say that the party kind of looks up and sees just a large winged creature depart from the highest point of the castle in the middle of the island, with the aurora just trailing behind it as it flies off over the sea of moving ice towards kind of mainland Icewind Dale. And we'll turn it over to the party just as the winged creature flies away, and with Jaatuuli's brilliant eyesight, what did I give you the information was? Is that it was not a dragon, right?
You said that it was a bird.
Okay, it is okay. That a large bird then flew away with this aurora trailing behind it. So you have just seen the sky lit up brighter than you've seen definitely since your return from Sunblight. And it flies off across the sea of moving ice. And party, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we could just stand here and stare at the damn bird, or we could go in and take Arl's head.
Aren't we here to like get something?
We got this something. Now it's time for our mission.
Yeah, which was to get like the voice of something. The,
We
like,
need to get
poem.
we need to get
The
Arl's
voice of
prayer.
all.
Yeah, that thing.
Why are you letting the barbarian remember everything?
No, I remembered. We're not here to kill her, specifically.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're not here not to kill.
Okay.
That is an adequate point.
I don't think we can kill a god. Let us go.
I would say demigoddess, but
You never know until you try.
Listen, a demigod to a mortal is still a god.
I don't know.
That's a quitter's way of thinking.
I bet you guys could take Maui. He was a demigod.
We could totally kill Pan.
let's mix all of our fictions here in a
We're talking
hypothetical.
about like the ice queen here. We're talking about some icy bitch who ain't give no shits about us.
Good.
As you make your way back along the remarkable blue iced trail that somehow isn't slick or treacherous as you move back to the fork where you split off and first saw small little tracks. The trail rises ever so slightly until you get to sections of steps that are probably a 3 to 4 foot rise. They're carved in and tiered just like steps, but instead of being 18 inches for your average elf, human, etc., these are scaled to about like 3 feet of a rise. Nothing treacherous about them. There's only 4 of them. What do you guys want to do?
I grab Orryn by the back of his armor and hop up the stairs.
Or
Yes.
he just puts his hands up like he's going for a ride.
Got my Orryn
Whee!
briefcase with me and hoot, hoot.
Yeet.
No problem for me. You guys better catch up.
As you make your way up these large stairs, the structure in the middle of the island finally comes into view, backlit by the aurora that originates from the top of the tower. It appears to be carved entirely of ice with a massive skull and what appear to be kind of hooked horns surrounding the head shaped like a crown. The image is up in stream for anybody who's curious. The stairs here also very large as they kind of continue up towards a front entryway. The wind blows hard. Everything appears exceptionally cold and old.
Cold and old.
Yeah. And like I said, with the exceptional light coming from at least the beginnings of the aurora.
Oh, Castle Blue Skull.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I
I
do.
like that's very like He-Man.
I know. It's just it's a
Okay.
little too. You didn't even try to not copy the homework.
Yeah, right.
Make it blue. Nobody will ever know.
This is
I mean,
where
it doesn't.
I'm
It
tired.
doesn't look like Castle Grayskull,
You
but
don't come in through
it's
the
a
mouth
castle
with a skull
skull.
on it. If you did a
That's
volcano,
done.
it's a
with
James
a
Bond
with
movie.
a with a giant staircase of one set of stairs that leads right up to it. Where does that idea come from?
So
I
as you
never heard that one before.
yeah.
Uh,
Where'd it go? As
Well,
you, yeah.
uh, it, is there any particular? Does it appear like there's any enchantments or any like traps or anyone paying attention? Is there any signs of danger?
Roll me perception.
Just walking.
Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Here we go. Nope, nothing. 1. For somebody who has like almost double digits and a plus, I never roll good on perception. I don't get it.
I depend on my modifier.
I mean, I still got a 9, but yeah, nothing. Anyways,
You're 9. These stairs don't look like they have been used, ever. They are covered in a deep layer of snow. There's no trail through here. There appear to be nothing, discarded along the way, for anybody who would have made this trek before. And as you just continue up, past a couple of broken stairs, some gaps in the stairs, you determine nobody has used these stairs in quite a long time.
I mean, okay. Actually, this seems like a trap. Why would a being that can fly need stairs? Was this for us? I don't like it.
They are awfully large to be for us.
Well, you're a big guy.
You're not.
Just being, hey, it's just, hey,
the
look,
the average of
I'm
us.
pretty good. I'm pretty good.
I mean, you guys are basically
I
three
have a
average
16
people.
in strength. Okay, I'm not weak.
But you're short.
Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, I am. I'm a half elf, so I'm pretty short.
I say we just keep going on up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
going out.
yeah. We're going on up.
Okay.
If there's anything that needs a slaying, we slay it.
I'll say it's up on stream. Let me throw it in the Discord for you guys. So as you make your way up, you finally come to a door just off of the path, as if the stairs and the path lead directly to it. And inside, right up against the doors, you realize that the doors too are massive. They're probably 20 feet tall. Any kind of handle or fixture that you would use to open the doors from the outside are about 7 to 8 feet off the ground. And they're massive. They're big rings hooked to the doors, and the rings are about 3 feet across.
I'm gonna grab onto one of them. Okay, who's pulling with me?
Or
Alright,
just
let's look
like
at those
climbs
doors.
on Jaatuuli's back and like helps.
Yeah, teamwork.
As you
I'll
open
put
the,
my thumb on the other door and start yanking.
you're gonna pull both of them open.
No, just one.
we
I'm
just
using
need to
the
pull
other
one.
door for
Okay.
a foothold.
Oh, I got it. So as the door screeches open, heavy, very uneven in its movement, it would confirm a belief that nobody has used this in quite a long time. As you kind of peek in, you see a hallway, a set of double doors at the end of the hallway to your left, and a corridor that would continue down basically to the north. that you cannot see down until you were to step inside the castle.
Ah. Which direction should we go?
Can I don't know, like
Let's
let's
check
check the door. Yeah,
Okay. The double doors?
I guess so.
Uh,
Or just like listen in. I listen in. Is there like a crack? Can I hear anything?
listen through the doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
This time 18.
Okay. The doors are quite large and thick. They're the same material and same basic composition of the exterior door you just walked through. But with your exceptionally perceptive 18, you don't hear any kind of movement of footsteps, no conversations, no murmuring. It seems eerily quiet throughout the entire structure.
All right.
Should we open these doors?
Let's open these ones. It doesn't seem like there's anything in there.
As you pull open the doors, you see a couple of weapon racks and a large table. Everything's scaled, exceptionally large, including the weapons. Most of them too large for even Jaatuuli to wield. And the wood all appears rotten. The metal appears poorly kept, rusted, corroded, and damaged. In an otherwise empty room covered in cobwebs, slightly damp, and also frosty.
This room sucks.
Next.
Okay?
Yeah.
Immediately to the north, you see a corridor, 2 sets of double doors on the right-hand side of the corridor, an open alcove to the left, and a semicircular room at the end with a hole in the floor.
Huh. Let's check out 4 first. Why did we skip 2, by the way?
That was 2.
Oh, that was 2. Okay,
2,
let's
2
check
I
out.
was say, why are we skipping 3?
Yeah, my bad.
Just walk past the door, just la la la.
I don't see it. Meow, meow,
This
meow.
door looks stupid. Next.
Next.
Let's go ahead and put your ear up against that one there, Kelroth.
Sure. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening to
roll a
Kelroth's
one.
head. I'm doing
Hiya.
the seashell thing with Kelroth's head.
14.
Okay. Still eerily quiet throughout the entire structure. Once again, no voices, no breathing, no movement.
It looks like a place for giants. I, casually say out loud.
Yes.
Do you
Agreed.
know? Are there icy giants?
We don't see any icy giants.
Do not.
No. I mean, just I'm asking you: are there icy giants in Icewind Dale that you're aware of?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course there are ice giants.
Ice giants.
Giants are all over the world, but especially here.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to fight a giant.
You just bite them. That's how you win.
You bite them twice as much.
Yes. Many
For their
bites.
extra size. Don't giants try to bite you? I'm not into like Attack of Titans,
Some of them like throw you. Like hill giants will pick you up and just fucking chuck you. It's awesome.
You're dead.
Those are the most fun to fight.
Yeah. All right. So open the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you pull the doors inward towards you, they creak open. The little light that is more or less the aurora kind of refracted through the ice of the castle, providing this real kind of fortress of solitude kind of lighting scheme. Except instead of that kind of washed out silver and white, it's very vivid blue and green. And as you open the doors inwardly to you, The light spills into the room, kind of slowly filling it up, in which a large chair sits. And in that large chair sits a giant skeleton. And next
We've
to
seen
it
those before.
stands another skeleton, seemingly guarding it. Upon the light spilling in, they give a kind of hiss, stand up, and begin to walk towards you. Everybody roll for initiative, please.
Nope, closed door. Next room.
They don't even have flesh.
Yeah, they're
There's
double bad.
I mean, there's a little bit.
Next
really
room.
It's like a chicken wing somebody already ate.
Yeah, that's sad.
Ugh.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here to help.
Oh yeah, I have advantage. I'll go last. Don't worry.
You can't.
I'm not in a big rush.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, the Giants are definitely not in a rush. Anybody above 20? Baldr? No? 20 to 15? Baldr? No. Wow.
You can
You're
keep on
still
going.
not gonna go last.
Keep on going. Keep on going.
15 to 10.
Keep on going.
None of you.
No.
Well, I mean, if everybody goes last, then not really anybody goes last. All right.
I go last. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. So everybody's what, between 5 and 10, or did you guys just not be interested in this at all?
I breached
Or he
5.
got a 7.
Okay.
I also got a 7.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
So if that gives you any idea what I rolled.
Jaatuuli.
Yeah. You have a sub roll.
At least he got the nat 1 on initiative, but not left.
Baldr.
I have initiative.
Kelroth, you get lower than a 5?
Yep.
Okay.
I
I
have
got
advantage.
0.
7.
All right.
So you don't
Rolled
get to go.
0.
Oh, huh.
So you don't go
It's
at all.
Alright,
like
guys.
everyone, like, unless you have a negative initiative, you cannot go slower than me.
You might have rolled. You might have rolled good this one time. Like just randomly prepared for this one fight.
Be the first time I've gone first.
Yeah, you know, we never know. We never know with you, man. We never know.
This could be the time. You
Yeah.
woke up today. Today's the day you chose violence.
Hey, man.
I'm like,
you were
huh?
a wanted
What, huh?
you were a wanted criminal. We had no idea until almost 20 episodes in. So we have no idea.
Well, when you take out the numbers, initiative looks relatively kind of normal. We'll go Jaatuuli, Orryn, Baldr, the Giants, Kelroth. So Jaatuuli, first to act.
Standard array.
Two of these giants begin striding towards you. Empty, blank expressions, just pure determination in their haunted eyes as
They're
they
skipping towards you.
holding hands.
What did we
The ceiling begins to collapse. Make a dex save. Ceiling collapses. Everybody dies. Thanks for coming to Rime of the Frostmaiden. We'll see you all
Hey,
campaign
that was
2.
my favorite episode. Bye-bye.
Nobody saw that coming. All right. There's the one that was sitting and then the one that was standing. They're both the same distance away.
The one that is standing.
Okay.
First, of course, rage.
All right.
I'm gonna run up and start hacking.
All right.
So we got attack number 1, which might actually hit. That would be nice. Be real swell. 20.
Yes.
Okay. And attack number 2 is 15.
Yes, both will hit. And this is the standing one, yes?
Yep, this is the stander.
Okay.
So, wow. 7 and 13. So 18 damage from 2 slashes.
Okay. You take your slashes with your hand axes,
Yeah.
clipping it in the leg, sure of nothing was awry, everything feels like it connected, you did your barbarian thing, and it just keeps kind of coming. It makes no wincing, no expression of any kind of reaction to your chops. You still did the damage. It's undead. I'm setting a seed.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I dash back to my original starting spot now.
Okay. Orryn, next to act.
Haha.
Orryn will walk up to it and Thunder Gauntlet its shin bone.
The one Jaatuuli hit?
Yeah, that
Okay.
one, yeah. And the first attack, 13?
Just short.
Just short.
Sorry.
I know it was
Sorry, no
usually
offense.
don't have-
No, I didn't mean to seem insensitive.
The second one does
Dang.
hit at a 21,
Yes.
which will do 11 thunder damage, and it has all the disadvantage goodies. So I hit him in the shin bone and just vibrate.
All right. And 11 damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was hitting the Infinity Gauntlet for you. All right. Very nice. Now at disadvantage, something very pissed. He's now very pissed something small came up and punched him just above the boot line in the shin bone. It's going to hurt real bad. All right. Baldr, next to act.
So I will take Orryn's lead and multiply it. And seeing his shin bone is weak, I will go in and basically just like I will just all 3 of my blows straight for the same spot.
Okay.
You gotta topple it.
That's right. That sucks. So let's see. Does a 9 hit?
It does not.
All right. So I missed the first hit. Ooh, that's a lot better. 26 to hit.
Yes.
All right, and then we'll go for damage on that. And then
What a
go
spread.
from there.
9 and 26.
Yeah, right.
Monks are wild, bro.
Yeah, monks are wild indeed.
All right. Oh, 8 plus, so 9 damage for the first hit,
Okay.
and then bonus attack. That sucks. Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
All right. Well, we know what doesn't hit.
So, 2 whiffs, but it's still a strong blow to the shin, further, fracturing it. This is an old body, subject to the cost of time. Punch, little dust flies up. It still gives no expression or reaction to any damage that anybody has taken. The giants now. The one in front of, the one with Orryn in front feels absolutely compelled to just bring down 2 big axe smashes. 22 maybe, 19 no, right?
22 does hit. I have 22 AC.
Okay.
So
All right. So,
we had just finished a full rest, didn't we?
yeah. Before you set out from when you set out from Valin's mansion.
Awesome. I have not reset my HP.
Okay.
So let me do that.
All right. Where's my chunky D12s? Oops. 18, 27. You're going to take 33 slashing damage as it just wails down one big chomp after feeling compelled to do so. The other one's going to
It
take...
kind of sends Orryn flying a little bit.
The other one is going to march its way to Jaatuuli. A 7 will not, but a 23, I'm guessing, will hit.
Yeah, it sure does.
And it will do 23, 27, 33. After your mitigation from raging, it's going to do 16 slashing damage as it too just comes down with a gigantic axe strike. All right, that's it for the giants. Kelroth.
Okay, because we haven't like had a long rest in a while, and then some damage. Is anyone particularly injured? I've used up a bunch of spell slots, so. Well, I will just do a regular heal on Orryn.
Okay.
Just a casual regular cure wounds. Here we go. That's a 12.
That works.
That's a 12.
That's a 12. Let me double check. I always forget. Okay, what the? Which games? So. Yeah. It's 12. And because I healed you, I also heal myself. And I regain 3 hit points.
Nice.
Woohoo!
All right. Okay, cool. Little healing for Orryn. Kelroth, is that it?
Yep.
All right. Back up to the top with Jaatuuli. You guys have the one that everybody's kind of been wailing on. Orryn's in front of Orryn and Baldr are engaged with that one. The one that's sitting is standing essentially in melee with you, as it was the one that came down and chopped at you during its turn.
I will jump up and wrap my arms around his axe and start trying to yank it out of his hand.
Okay.
Just biting his fingers and shit.
Gnawing on the bone.
Yeah. This works better when they're fleshy, but... Wow, okay, this ain't gonna work at all. So I got a 14.
24.
Yeah, there you go.
It will not part with its axe, which it's probably had for potentially hundreds of years.
And I will use my second to take a bite out of him.
Okay.
And that is at a 19.
Yep.
And that does...
Big old bite.
Whatever flesh he's got on him, I rip it off and eat it. And he takes 11 damage.
Right near the knee, you find this hanging piece of rotted flesh that looks like frost giant jerky. You bite into it. It's everything you thought it would be, whatever that means to Jaatuuli.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you role play. I'm gonna let you role play whether you enjoy that or not. That's on you.
I kind of swallow a little bit and go,
All right. While Jaatuli's having a little snack where those temporary hit points may not have been worth the effort, depending on how hard that is to go down. Our flyweight, Orryn, standing there.
Orryn is going to attack back at that giant.
Okay.
He's going to be like, "You big meanie, it's time to take you down." And he is going to Thunder Gauntlet the...
They got like very Power Rangers in here for a second.
body, I don't know. 14.
Oh, you know. Oh, you know.
You just snitched on yourself.
You started to do it. Yeah, you know.
Well, I know that as the Mighty Morphin, I just don't remember
the whole
what they
thing.
said.
I remember the whole
Power
thing.
of T-Rex or something.
Yeah, 14 hits.
So that first one will be 7.
Okay.
Thunder. The next one, that's net 20. Yeah, that's net 20. Where it's kind of like on the edge of the screen. I wasn't sure when. Yeah.
Crush.
So That one,
Natural 20.
I forgot. When we roll critical hits, it's max damage plus 1 damage die, correct?
Max damage plus whatever the damage is. So if it's like 2d6 plus 4, it's 16 plus whatever all that shit is rolled again.
Oh, plus all that rolled again? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, whatever your max damage is, depending.
Well, I rolled a 1, so that's a 14 damage.
Okay.
Thunder. A very impressive critical hit.
All right.
But Orryn got him in the shin pretty good. He's pretty proud.
All right.
And after he removes his fist from the shin, he just goes.
All right. Was that one or both of your attacks?
That's both of them. So the first one did. The first one did 7 thunder damage. The second.
Okay, I got that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. 2 nice shots. The gauntlet's still glowing. Orryn. Baldr, up to you.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm also going to use a bonus action just to
Okay.
get the temporary hit points.
okay.
Sorry about that.
You're gonna need.
And that's it. Yeah.
All right. All right, Baldr. The giant in front of you and Orryn has definitely seen better days. The other one's still looking pretty good.
I'm going to attempt to end his days.
Uh-huh. All right.
18.
Yes.
All right. She doesn't like when she's down. She likes to be held up. So, all right. So that's 10, 11 damage
Okay.
for that hit. Second hit. Does a 13 hit?
It does not. Just short.
Oh, all right.
All right.
And then a bonus action unarmed attack, and that one's gonna miss with the 10. So just like always, connecting with one, missing with the other ones.
Hit a stationary target.
Oh.
All right. It is now the Giants. The one, once again, compelled to attack Orryn. Nope. But with the first one, I just want you to know, on these 2 disadvantage rolls, I rolled a 19 and a 3. And then on the second one, I rolled a nat 20 and a 4.
So I'm sorry if there was this. It's disadvantage against people other than me. So against me, they have normal.
Oh.
Your roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
You got a double womp coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I just rolled them again twice for both attacks. Nat 20 and a 17.
Okay.
So, let's see here now.
So that 20 is gonna feel good.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of worried. 13.
17 doesn't hit, right?
13, 24. Yeah, the 17 doesn't. All right, 24 plus 6, 30, 36, 42. It's going to be 72 slashing damage.
Just fucking holy shit.
Orryn is in pain, and you just watch him. He like takes the hit, and he just like stands there for a second, and then he just falls over. He is KO'd.
The force is so dramatic that the ice kicks up and into such a large cloud on the floor that it obscures everybody's view of Orryn, including Baldr, who's immediately like in proximity to him. He's just, his little frame is enveloped in this cloud of ice shards from the just absolutely devastating blow of the giant. And you are down, yes?
Yeah, I'm down. That would have taken me down if I was at full health.
Okay. All right. So we have that. That's just the one giant. The other one in front of Jaatuuli is going to take its big swings. And I'm guessing he's not... Oh, 16 light. 25 to hit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Take 6, 10...
Barely.
16... Right, you got lucky. You're going to take 8 slashing damage.
Oh, wow.
Chunky D12s not being as chunky as they could be. So you're going to take a big slash. It too, just raining down these gigantic axes upon you. So Kelroth, life cleric. So here's the deal. One
no,
giant...
Jaatuuli, you got a scratch. Yeah, come over and heal.
Come here, buddy. Oh my god.
Orryn is like
Okay.
bleeding out. Like,
You step over Orryn on your way. Oh my god,
no.
Jaatuuli.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's so mean.
like
Well, buddy.
Orryn's twitching with the blood just like going out of his face.
Orryn, Jesus,
He's got
dude,
a
you're in the
huge
middle of the
giant
path,
axe.
man. Trip over you.
I cast Speak with Dead on Orryn.
No, that is true.
He's already
Manny
gone.
brings up a good point. Orryn is a tripping hazard at the moment.
Okay, I will. Oof. I don't know why I have so few spell slots. I guess I cast a bunch of spells last time. I'm just gonna heal the gnome boy. Hiya! Oh, same thing. 12 hit points to the gnome.
Wow. You put a band-aid on a bullet wound.
Yep.
Now you told him to walk it
looks like
off.
It's working.
Dude, you're fine. Walk it off. Yeah, you know what, Kelroth? I do feel
Orryn
alright.
like
I think I'll
opens
go
his
for a
eyes.
walk.
And he's like, where the hell am I at?
I think I'll go for a
Why
walk.
does everything hurt right now?
You like wake up and you see just an axe coming down at you.
Oh no!
Alright, Kelroth,
How did you bring me back?
preserver of life.
I
Alright.
tried my best. There you go.
Hey, look, buddy, you did the life cleric thing. Alright, Jaatuuli, back up to you to hopefully do the barbarian thing.
Yeah. The barbarian thing. I'm going to wrest that fucking axe out of his hand. And jump up, wrap my arms around the hilt, start gnawing at his fingers and pulling at the axe.
Which one? The
The guy
one
who cut.
the one who smashed Orryn?
Yeah,
Okay.
he fudged up. And he definitely fudged up. At a 22.
Is it 7?
Yeah. My axe. I ripped the axe out of his hand and
You just no, you don't even rip it, the axe of his. I bet you just like the bone, the hand just.
took the bone with it.
You snapped it at the elbow. It's still got like a forearm and 2 hands connected to it.
Yeah. I throw it behind me
All right.
and I'll go ahead and lay a slash in on him
Okay.
for 26 to hit
Yes.
and 11 damage.
Okay. It stands there without its axe. You just chipping away at its legs, and even without like its weapon very threatening, it still seems very intimidating and gives this kind of guttural gurgling roar, as its tongue is probably not capable of producing natural sounds at this point in its lifetime.
Roared right back at it.
Yeah, like a gurgling kind of sound. All right, Jaatuuli, what else you got? That's it.
That is it. All you gotta do all the time.
I just wish there was a less condescending way to be like, yo, is that all you're gonna do? All right, man, cool. I guess you don't care about the party. That's fine. All right, Orryn, you're up, buddy. How you doing? You okay?
Orryn like he gets up off the ground and he's really hazy. He doesn't really remember what was going on. But then it all comes crashing back into him when he sees Jaatuuli like fly off with the big axe. Oh yeah, we're fighting giant skeletons.
I was
He's like,
almost dead there for a second.
yeah, he's like, I don't know what just happened. Last time I checked, the axe was coming down, and now I'm waking up. And he's going to get right back into it. He is scrappy.
All right.
So he will run up to that giant, be like, what can you do without your axe now? And he thunder gauntlets it in the knee.
Okay.
So the first one's a 24, this next one. So they both had a 24 and 19. 12 thunder on the first, 11 on it, so 23 total thunder damage.
Okay. So fresh from the
afterlife.
the briefest glimpse of the afterlife, you got in line. You decided you didn't want to go in, so you dipped while you were still in line. From the brink of the line to the afterlife to these two absolutely destructive blows on this frost giant, describe to me how you hit them and what happens to it as you dispatch them with your two ferocious strikes. I'm even going to give you two of these.
Yes, the first one, when it connects with the shin, it actually does blow the shin. It shatters the shin. And as the giant topples, it like falls down to where it's like holding itself up, like almost like in a push-up position. And it like looks up at Orryn, and Orryn's like, yeah! And just like hits it right in the skull. Shatters the skull with the thunder.
All right. It shatters into pieces of just dust everywhere, and this immense 16-foot skeleton slumps down from its one-handed Bruce Lee push-up position to a headless, dusty mass, thanks to the vicious uppercuts of our 3-foot rock gnome. Yeah, somewhere around there?
3.5.
3.5, sorry, bro. My bad. All right, so one giant left. Baldr, you are up.
I am going to move over to the other giant that's by Jaatuuli and attempt to attack him.
Okay.
22.
Yes.
All right, and then the second one, 16.
Also yes.
All right.
Double yes.
12 points of damage for the first one.
Okay. Gotta do math. All right, got it.
8 points of damage for the second one.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a key point. Actually, yeah, I'm going to spend a key point and flurry of blows. So, 19 for the first one, and 14 for the second one.
14 just hits.
All right. Ooh, nice. So 12 for the first hit.
Okay.
And then 6 for the second hit.
All right. A blinding just display of hands and feet to the remaining frost giant skeleton. Baldr comes through. That's it for you, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now the giants, it stands there just looking down at your small size, having seen you just dispatch of its friend, the only person that had it in the world. I still have dice in here.
Orryn looks up at it, he's like, oh no, not again.
Ooh, you guys are gonna get lucky. It's gonna be 15's not gonna hit, right, Baldr?
No, that's not going to hit.
Okay. 21 will though, yeah?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So it's going to take one big swing down on Baldr after it just took its shot at him. 12, 14. It's going to be 20 slashing damage as it just rains down this heavy chop with its great axe. Alright, that's it for the giants. Kelroth. One giant remaining. It's just bloodied. And yeah, the party doing, how they're doing.
Okay. I'm going to... What do I have? I can... Let's see. If I, give a healing potion to somebody else, is that, an action? Can I just...
I'll give it as a bonus action.
And have him drink it? Can I shove a potion down his throat?
If you're going to do it for him, I'll make it your action, but he can be healed now. If you want to throw it to him and have him administer it, bonus action for you to throw it, bonus action on his turn.
Because he can do damage, so I don't want to waste his turn. But I'm trying to conserve my resources, and I have a bunch of healing potions. So I'm like, open up, and I just healing potion down the throat.
Or
You just come from behind and you just
Orryn is
Drink
concussed,
quickly.
so he doesn't know what's happening. He's just like,
You're like the drunk guy at the party. We get to drink stuff. Hey, dude, drink this maple syrup. All right, man.
Exactly.
Let's see, you get 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Yes. I might survive one blow
Better
now.
than nothing.
True. All right, so you're gonna.
That's my turn. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna run over there. You're gonna just, give him, tilt his head back, pour it in, tap him on the head. You get this. Get in there, little buddy. As he takes his healing. All right, that's Kelroth. Jaatuuli, back up to you.
All right. Dr. Julian Bashir didn't want to be on stream today, so GrowedUpGeek has taken her spot.
Hey, Gold Ducat.
All right. I will give 2 slashes to the remaining gigant. Oh, crit! And a crit and a 22 to hit.
Both will hit.
So the crit damage is... We already went over this shit, but I forgot. So
A lot's changed since then. It was 6 minutes ago. Max damage and then roll everything again.
Okay. So 21 damage from the crit.
Okay.
And 11 damage from the second hit. And then as a bonus action, I will take a chop with my other hand. And I will get an 18 to hit.
Yep.
And it does 6 damage.
All right.
Well, 7 actually. Sorry. Plus 1.
So like Baldr, but with axes and larger, just a flurry of activity, slash. Pretty mad. You saw your little buddy get absolutely squished. His armor might even be dented. He might be in a regular can. We're shopping because Microsoft went down 3 points. All right, Orryn. Time for vengeance. Time for vengeance.
Yeah, Orryn's gonna think real hard before going up there and attacking it. But he's gonna do it nonetheless because he apparently doesn't learn when to quit.
Punch
Does
drunk, buddy.
Orryn move past me in when he's coming
Uh,
up to...
Yeah, he would have to move past you.
Alright, can I take an attack of opportunity against Orryn? To reach out and touch him?
I mean, are you really gonna reach out and touch? Oh, wait, hold on. I was like looking.
I'm gonna yes, I'm literally gonna reach out and touch him when he walks by.
Yes.
You're gonna smack
All
him.
right.
Pat him
I
on the
will say
butt.
I can
Get in there, little
survive.
buddy.
So like as he comes by, I'm gonna give him the yeah, and as he goes by, I'm gonna smack him on the ass for 7 hit points.
Oh, I thought you were gonna try to stop me, and I was like, I can't survive 1 hit from.
No. Like I see him like going to run in, and I cheer him on with the get in there, smack on the ass.
Orryn, you
So that
feel
brings Orryn to
7 hit
almost
points.
half hit points.
you feel 7 hit points more encouraged by a slap on the ass, which is why I advocate them at all times.
Yeah, that's right.
You want your homies to believe in you, slap them in the ass. They'll get your shit together.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Good game. Get in there, little guy. All right,
Orryn
so
is bringing out the Thunder Gauntlet again.
fresh from a booty slap. Go ahead.
16 hits.
Yes.
And 26 hits. So the first one is 8 thunder damage.
Okay.
The second one is 13. So 21 total thunder damage right in its shin. And he jumps up and hits as high as he can, almost to the knee.
As you classic Mike Tyson's punch out Little Mac him in the kneecap, the party considers giving you a new nickname, perhaps Giant Slayer, as this one too connects and ends this giant's life. So describe to me exactly how you Little Mac him. Please tell me people play Mike Tyson's Punch Out and I'm not just fucking up here rambling.
This one goes a little bit differently. When he blows up the shin on this one and it falls, he actually crawls inside the rib cage because, you know, like, for him, he doesn't even need to duck. He just goes inside the rib cage and, like, punches at the core or whatever the heart, wherever the heart would be, and blows up the sternum.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You okay, buddy? Like, the afterlife wasn't very kind to you, huh?
Orryn is angry.
No shit.
Orryn was not happy.
This was the point in the narrative when Orryn took a level in Barbarian.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to happen. I'll teach him. I'm ready.
The 2 frost giant skeletons come to a crashing, dust-filled, smashed end. Come to a rest in this room with a chair. In the back of it, so we are out of initiative order. Combat has been resolved. In the back of the room, there is another single door that the standing giant was standing in front of when you entered.
That son of a bitch. Are we in room 4?
2, 3.
We're in 2.
3.
Yeah. Does
3.
any?
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, 2
I
is
want to
the...
search the corpses.
Okay.
Yeah. And probably kick him around a little bit. I don't have desecrate, so that's how I do.
On them, on their hands, one of them attached to the corpse of the one that Orryn just dispatched. One of them on the hands gripped to the axe that Jaatuuli ripped away from the other one. You find a grand total of 4 gold rings, sized for giants. So, I don't know how big a giant finger is.
Stick it around your neck.
Yeah.
It's like a bracelet.
I mean,
Orryn can, like, hula hoop with it.
probably. It's probably just another point of AC if you were to wear it like around your waist. Be like, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Orryn will take it.
And then a 1 foot. Hold on, camera's hard. A 1 foot statue that weighs 25 pounds, carved of ice, of what appears to be like some sort of giant deity, perhaps. The figure is, like I said, about a foot tall, 25 pounds. It appears to be carved like a giant.
God damn, that's a heavy little chunk. I'll
So basically, I got like 25 pounds of ice, and then four rings.
Four golden rings, worth 150 gold pieces each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just flossing. It's not like anything magical.
4 golden hula hoops.
And then there's still the door in the corner where one of the giants was standing when you opened the door.
I thought it was 5 golden rings. You know?
It's not the Olympics.
5 golden rings.
No, how many is the Olympics? 6?
4 calling birds. You know, 6 geese a laying.
And wait, hold on. I don't. Damn it! I thought it was gonna be quicker.
Yeah.
So
Sorry for derail.
No, I just wish I thought of something clever faster. So there's a big chair that one of them was sitting in, a door one of them was standing in. Next to the chair, there appears to be this jug, vase, sitting there on the floor.
Jaatuli's gonna go over and sit in the chair.
You got to step up a little bit. You will kind of make it. You are disproportionately larger than the rest of the party, so you make it up there. The fabric that covers the chair appears to be just absolutely old and dry rotted. It crumbles as you kind of shimmy on it to take a seat. You look out into the room and give me a perception. Give me an investigations check.
Okay. Alright. 15.
Having a little familiarity with frost giants and their culture, this room appears to Jaatuuli to be kind of a receiving room where a dignitary might meet people just arriving, but not quite a throne room.
Okay. I talk about the purpose of this room out loud and kind of enjoy my spot. Once we murder Orryn, I'm going to make this castle my home. I will live here. This will be Jaatuli's chair.
Alright, so...
I mean, doesn't this place disappear when, like...
From view, it's...
Oh.
Yeah, you just can't...
Like, does it reach a certain time and then we all fall into the ocean?
I don't know. I wouldn't Airbnb this place, like hang out here for a while. I'd kind of come and go as quickly. That's me. I'm the dungeon master. What do I know?
It's not the best. It's not really close to anything, but the price is jacked up because it's got an ocean view.
It's a private island.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to renovate this whole thing.
So,
it doesn't even have access to a close by bus. Like, come on.
And no washer and dryer on deck either.
Well, you've only seen the first floor. You don't know what other amenities the castle has. It's still a castle. On a private island, man. A demi-goddess might live here. Where does she go to live? In some janky-ass condo? Hell no.
Okay. So, we're focusing. Here we go.
We should go through the doors in the back.
Okay, we do that.
All right. Open the door, and it appears to be a room used for storage of treasure. There are an absolute immense amount of coins, 1,350 gold pieces, 4,400 silver pieces, and 7,800 copper pieces.
No, I don't want those.
Pennies.
How much silver was it?
4,400.
We do not use pennies in Canada. They're worthless.
That's because you're elitist.
Yep.
Vending machines don't take them, man. I'm out. Also, in addition, as you kind of gather all of the coins, in the pile, you find 4 shields scaled for giants that appear to be made of white dragon scales.
Whoa.
White dragon scales?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Does it look
Orryn
really old?
examines them for any magical properties.
Give me Arcana.
$23.
These shields, which to you are about 9 feet tall, they're heavy. They give off okay, so just Arcana, not identify, right? Or detect magic or anything?
Yeah, not.
Correct.
Yes, there is some sort of magical enchantment, not to be specific, but in the general term, on them.
Weird.
Did I prepare and identify? I did not. I have detect magic. I do not have identify prepared. But
That's
if we
okay.
take a short rest,
Yeah. Not yet. We'll
Alright.
come back.
So that's the vault. Everything in.
How's your hit points?
Orryn has 25 current hit points and 7 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So 32 total.
Okay. For a second, I thought he called me a crybaby. I was like, feelings?
Stop blinded.
Jeez.
So
Gracious. All right. Well, yeah. Okay.
outside back in the corridor.
I guess we just collect all the stuff and then yeah, let's go.
Okay. Outside back in the corridor, there is a set of double doors in the next room along. The semicircular room at the end of the corridor has a stairwell that descends down. And then as you look to your left in a room where there used to be like a door fixed but is no longer, you see an empty room, just kind of smashed boards remaining from where the door got crashed in by whatever. And then a stairwell that goes up.
So
Usually important stuff is up. Right?
Let's head up.
I feel confident about going up because up is usually where the good stuff is.
I'll go up first.
Okay.
I will trail behind everybody.
Follow Jaatuuli.
Orryn will follow behind Jaatuuli as well.
Alright, so we're going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way up this icy stairwell that, just like everything else here, and the road leading up to the castle, in no way feels slick. It does give off that kind of like misty frost cloud when your heated bodies get near them. As you make your way to the second floor, you come across this room covered in tapestries and flowers, plants and fountains, everything encased in a layer of frost, as if once again to preserve the beautiful aesthetic of this room forever. Otherwise, the room is empty, save for a gigantic frosty throne that is a little more scaled than the giant furniture you've seen to this point.
The real spot to sit. I'll go over there and sit on it.
As you do, it feels incredibly cold to the touch, almost such that it one of those situations where it almost feels too warm before you realize it is frosty, and you're going to take 6 frost damage, ice damage,
Yeah.
from just the biting cold getting you in the booty.
Ow. My lizard yes. Who'd have thought that would happen? All right.
Into the next room, it just
Uh-huh.
appears to be a just kind of grand extension of this whole room. A curved stairwell to the right continues upwardly, and an empty room full of potted plants that are still alive and not covered in frost sit in the room off to the left and to the west of number 8.
Ooh. What kind of plants? Can I tell?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
That's gonna be a good one. 19.
You would recognize them as some of the prettier plants and flowers that are still rare in Icewind Dale, but do pop up every now and again. Their presence is usually a signification of good luck, and those who are known to grow these flowers are very highly regarded as people who appreciate beauty, as well as manage to grow such a thing in such harsh climates.
All right, I'll pluck one of them.
As you pluck it, are you going to take like the whole stem, just the flower part?
Oh, the stem and flower, just like a crack it off and pick it up.
As you pull it off, and even bring it up to maybe potentially smell it, it very quickly goes from this vibrant green and alive in the height of bloom to withered and smelling like rotten vegetation between the time you make the decision and you bring it to your nose. It has rotted and just falling apart into like a mush as it hits the floor.
Ugh. Flick.
Gold Rare Pumbaa, thanks for the follow.
That was disgusting. This place is obviously quite bewitched. I can't wait to catch up to Arl and bite her.
Okay. Is there anything else of note, or should we just keep going?
On this floor, you've seen it all. It's basically one big room divided up by a couple of walls. As you spend the rest of your time kind of looking around as Jaatuuli becomes a purveyor of miraculously and instantly rotting vegetation.
You never know.
Brutal Noodle, thanks for the follow. You hear this kind of foomp, foomp from up the stairs. Oh, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. You hear this kind of rhythmic flapping. Thunk, thunk, thunk. And a high-pitched and incredibly impressive screech getting ever so close to you in the castle as you hear it come down from the sounds of the stairwell.
Oh,
So,
shit.
like, it sounds like it's coming from above?
Yes.
Well,
Wait, we saw this thing earlier, right? It looked like a giant bird or
bird.
something.
it could
Did
be
it look
this
big?
Yeah, it was big, man.
Yeah, from how far away you were when it flew off, and with Jaatuli's eyes, you could tell it's really large. There was a point where it could have been a dragon in size.
I'm excited to see what's going on up there. Let's keep going.
Okay, why don't we cautiously go up the stairs?
All right, I can stealth. You want to try and stealth there, Tin Man?
No.
Well,
I
I mean,
had gotten...
it's almost, it would almost be entertaining to try.
Yeah, I agree.
You
It
can
would be-
certainly
Okay,
try.
we're gonna attempt to stealth upstairs as a group.
Okay.
Everyone
I'm
will just
excited.
use my
Here
roll.
we go.
Yeah, everybody give me a stealth roll based
Listen,
on what they do.
we're not a stealthy group, but
Subtle, we are not. And I love you guys for it. That's why this is great.
wait, no. Well, okay. I think that should count, but okay, yeah.
I'm at an 18.
Okay?
16.
Alright.
9.
Ooh.
0.
Zero. So as everybody does like their absolute
I'm quiet.
best.
Listen to me go.
Everybody does their absolute best to make their way up the stairs. Orryn struggles a little because the stairs are a little large, so he probably scrapes pieces of his armor on the ice and a slight little nail in chalkboard sounds. Kelroth, afraid of falling, smashes steps down. His armor clanking.
Not agile.
As he makes his way up, the sounds of the flapping and the screeches are so loud that you can barely hear Kelroth's ineptitude at hiding. And as you make your way to up this spiral staircase, the cold air of the outside begins to bite at your nose, and your eyes begin to adjust to the aurora, vividly up close, the light it provides, and you arrive on the roof. Oops! No! Of the castle. It's basically just an entire battlement, the top of the tower, at the center of it. A large nest about 15 feet by 15 feet sits in the middle. A massive bird makes its kind of home in the middle. The bird is up in stream. And as the bird kind of lands with its wings spread out, it lands and lowers itself, pulls its wings in. And as it does, this tiny, little, hunched blue form emerges from its back, steps off the bird, and begins to make its way past you with barely as much as a kind of short glance. It's hunched over. It makes its little way kind of away from the bird. The bird spreads its arms, gives a horrendous screech, and we will take our break right on that note. It is 8:33. The party is on the roof of this castle with this kind of old figure and a large bird that have just arrived. Like I said, so we'll be, it is 8:34. We're going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break. We will come back with the party seemingly in this very odd position of not doing well and surrounded by some very serious beings. 8:34.
That was a tonberry, huh?
8:34. Like I said, we'll be back in just a moment. Hopefully everybody sticks around. We will see you when we come back, and we'll see what the party does in this insanity. I'm sure it'll be great. We'll be back. We'll see you guys in just a minute. All right, we are back. Here's the picture of the lovely bird the party just encountered. I'll throw up the map here
Oh,
just to make it easier.
cute.
Um, it's massive.
How big is it? Yeah.
The
What's
wingspan's about 25 feet. It's the size of a small dragon. I mean, its nest is 15 feet by 15 feet.
Okay. Does it look like it's intelligent to any degree?
I
Is it
give me a nature check.
okay? What about animal handling?
I'll take that as well.
Okay. 15?
It doesn't have any sign, no eyes, no blank expression. It
Uh-huh.
looks and appears to be not a pet in the affectionate sense, but a
Uh-huh.
companion and at least the tool to the small-ish hunched figure that you saw step from its back as you came up the stairs.
It's not like attacking us, no?
It is not. It
Okay.
bent down very cautiously and gently so that the figure could slide from its back onto the floor, and without barely a glance, it's making the direction, making its move towards the stairs. As the bird stands up, spreads its wings, gives, in the same way a dragon would give, a terrifying, intimidating, roar. This is a screech. The bird kind of rears back. Just as the figure is within 10 feet of you, we'll pick it up there. What do you guys want to do?
Um,
Jump
can I
it.
communicate with the cloaked figure? I'll just say like, "Hello, who are you?"
I am the subject of your devotion, the bringer of the future of Icewind Dale, the preserver of what little beauty this place can produce on its own.
Is that your bird?
She turns back to it. It is what I use to spread my vision upon this land. It is the only thing on this plane that has proven its devotion.
Devotion to
So
what? To like, are you
To me,
religious? To you?
she chuckles. I find myself thinking religious is a trait for lesser beings than myself.
What? Mm,
um, um, uh, well, we're here looking for something. Uh, are, are you Arl?
She looks at Kelroth as he speaks. Ah, you dare appear on my island devoted to another deity. How do you ever suppose to prove yourself worthy of my prayer?
I don't really worship any deity, even if one seems to have taken favor to me. Are you implying that you're a deity?
I am implying that I am a higher being with more ladder rungs to climb before I can call myself the goddess that I have always tried to be.
Less than Cryovane.
She hears the name, gives a little chuckle. The Cryovane that you knew is no longer. It has been corrupted by that drow in the mountains. He tried to use my higher powers for his own gain. He would prove a less than worthy worshiper, and I thank you for his disposal.
It was a pleasure to see his head parted from his neck.
I am not sure you will feel that way the second time you encounter him.
Second time?
You
What do you mean?
You will see him again, and now I will ask you to please move out of my way so that I may return to my chair or face your painful and eternal destruction.
And I look over at Kelroth for this one.
Sure, we'll let you buy whatever.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean-
Sorry, pardon me.
I mean, just like
Oh.
you said something about gaining your prayer.
Yeah.
All who come to this island seek the prayer of the devout, so that
we want that.
they may bring me that which I desire and prove their worth to continue to exist in my world.
What do you want?
She, before heading down the stairs, kind of looks out over the edge of the battlements of the tower. You have seen a small sample of what I want. The preserved natural beauty of this once unspoiled place. A place where moments could be frozen in time for eternity. Instead, we have warring tribes and drow and greed, putting the people against each other, disrupting the harmony that once existed in this place. I intend to return it to that natural harmony, to make this place inhospitable to those who cannot appreciate it.
We've killed many drow and helped many people. Our goals seemingly align.
Then if you wish this winter to continue forever, prove yourself worthy of my prayer. Seek out the artifact and return it to me.
What artifact?
You mean this? I pull this sphere out of my pocket.
She looks at it. That trinket belonging to that wizard who wants nothing more than to escape her pathetic family's shadow? No, my child.
I look around all awkwardly and stick it in my pocket.
Yeah, well, what kind of artifact are you looking for?
It was crafted by an ancient civilization. It rests inside of a glacier in a city that fell from the sky. This temporary display would be permanent. I would no longer need to fly out on the full moon and reset and reapply this curse. It would last for eternity.
So you are the one causing this curse, huh?
I am the one restoring Icewind Dale to an ancient beauty it deserves and saving it from, that looks out towards the shore, from this pathetic infestation of life.
I mean,
I look over at Orryn and I'm like,
I'm just like, what about yourself? You're alive. Do you not count towards? I mean, you're altering and changing the natural shape of this place to fit your desires and needs, but that is not the natural order of things. The natural order of things is as it is.
The natural order of things now, not the order they've always been in. And over the history of this world, there will be more times without life here than there are without. Your nature, your very existence seems predicated on the destruction not only of yourselves, but the places in which you live, in which you farm, in which you pull rocks out of the ground to sell, to acquire more objects and larger houses so that you may own and oppress more people.
So your solution is to kill them all. I mean, it's a bit, I don't know, I guess I find it contradictory because, in a sense, you're saying that you want to, like, have things happen in the natural order of things, but we are here, these beings, elves and drow and humans and halflings, and they're doing what they do, therefore that implies that that was natural. And if they destroy themselves, then that is also just the way things go, and then things will naturally return to the way they were. By trying to change things or make them the way that you think they should be, you're somewhat altering the true nature of existence.
Sits back, kind of ponders.
20 wisdom.
The great part about being a higher being is that I shape the order of things, not beings such as yourself. You came here needing to prove your devotion to me, and without it, you and everybody else who follows you will die trying. Despair will set in, and whether they die or whether they leave, the peace and solitude and natural beauty of Icewind Dale will return. I have centuries to wait. Do any of you?
Well, I mean, I can live a pretty long time.
Centuries, technically, yes.
Centuries, not, but but listen.
Yes, I can.
Paul is like, yeah,
right, exactly.
Actually,
Do we just sit here?
I just kind of like
drow live
sit
a
up,
really long time too.
Yeah.
lean
So I
back
don't know
for a
what I just-
second, and just like, you can do this boo, as long as you want.
I tell her, I'm like, but as you just implied earlier, there is some sort of deity or higher power following me. I'm sure there are other higher powers greater than even yourself, and if they don't like what you're doing here, they might, I don't know, deign to change it. Maybe that's why we're here. To set you on a better path? To set you on a more natural path?
2 years at my task, and no divine intervention, no grand gesture of the universe trying to set this right. The universe, the greater powers, the higher deities have deemed this necessary. For if they didn't, they would send somebody much more impressive than yourselves to stop me.
Jaatuuli like
Maybe
puffs
you
up.
underestimate us a little bit.
Yeah, Jaatuuli puffs up and like starts. And he's like, "I am far more impressive than you, you pathetic waif."
Oh, God.
She gives a little chuckle and continues down the stairs, out of view into the return to the throne room, leaving the four of you on the roof. The large bird just giving you just an absolute death glare as it somewhat settles into its nest, but at no time breaking eye contact with any of you.
Random thought. I pull the team into a huddle. We get into we're like literally in a huddle. We're like, okay, guys, listen. She's gone. She's down the stairs, right?
We
Yes.
eat the bird.
Okay. I'm like, she needs this bird thing to do her thing. Do we kill the bird? She's gone. That would hamper her ability to do whatever she's doing, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out here.
I could speak with the bird,
Oh, yeah.
see what it has to say.
I feel like it's probably being manipulated or controlled or something like that. Or at the very least, it's like blindly devoted to its master. But it's worth a try.
All right. So 3, 2, 1. I'll speak to the.
Yo, bird, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, now that she's
Alright.
gone,
I
tell
got
me the deal.
feathers, you got feathers, like.
One of us might evolve into the other, who knows?
Yeah.
That's a while down the road, though, but while we're here.
Yeah, I'll go over to the bird and kind of like do a little magic.
Start squawking.
Start
Wah, 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 wah.
talking to the bird.
All right. Do you have an ability or something that there's a roll involved to give you advantage on like an animal handling check?
Let's see here. I have the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for a 10-minute duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give me information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion. So,
Okay.
this is just a level 1 divination called Speak with Animals.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So you're gonna make like really strong eye contact with it, kind of.
Well, I mean, I can speak to it verbally
Okay.
through the spell.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't have to talk to me.
All right. Go
But-
for it.
This spell will make it so that he can at least understand me and I can understand him.
Okay.
So I kind of like put my hand over my face and then my eyes turn white and I start talking to the bird. Why are you here, bird? Are you that woman's slave?
Don't know how to roleplay 3 intelligence. Right.
It can the spell kind of implies that it can it can communicate basic ideas even if it's not fully able to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I do this to spite the dragons.
Why? What is your problem with dragons?
They think they're better.
Yes. All dragons are lesser than Cryovane, who is the greatest dragon.
Have you seen my pamphlet?
Hey, here's a little bit. I'm not trying to be pushy, but just do yourself some research. I hate the dragons. It screams and it kind of bristles up a little bit, seemingly angered by this kind of just the subject of dragons. It's fired up.
I'm just gonna kind of shuffle over to Jaatuuli and kind of whisper in his ear. I'd be like, you know, covering this place with ice is probably going to be good for the dragons. It'll probably make them more powerful.
I think we should eat this bird.
That's up to you. That's not a me thing. Oh my god.
I don't know what to do because
Yeah.
the inner barbarian in me wants to dine on this bird because it hates dragons, and the dragon is my patron. So
It's
that's
kind of like,
slightly offending.
yeah, and I don't know how powerful this.
Well, I mean, I know it could
Thing
speak
is-
us right out of existence, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
But I also really want to kill that woman.
Yeah,
I'm really,
I understand.
Yes, I get it.
I
I'm
understand.
in a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah.
I feel like both of them could whoop my ass, but I got to try. I want to try. Real bad.
Like, she wants some artifact that's just gonna make her more powerful. But we need that in order to get her prayer so we can get the other thing. Doesn't seem, this all is very confusing.
This is upsetting. The writers are assholes.
Yeah, is the DM gonna like totally hate us for doing something wrong here?
I mean, it's.
No,
But
Manny's
here's,
gonna keep on loving us.
you need the prayer to get to the artifact. Her deal.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
Her deal is that she will let anybody who proves themselves devout have the prayer, and the idea that in her mind, anybody who would show up, do whatever it is to get the prayer, is going to do it and go get the artifact for her.
Do you know the prayer bird? Have you heard it?
The bird just stares
Probably
at you
too
blankly.
dumb to understand that, yeah. Shit. Because, like, if we kill her, she might not give us, or we might not get the prayer, but then she's dead.
And that's gonna be really sweet.
But if we fight her, we might not be strong enough to beat her.
Oh,
Or if-
probably, definitely not.
Yeah, and if we try, somebody might die.
Yeah, then we'll have to roll our cousins to show up.
Yeah. Our distant related but identical twin.
Meet Orryn.
Yeah. Torrin, Baldr.
This is Belboth.
Yeah.
Jaatuuli.
Yeah.
Also a
Julie
wanted
comes up
criminal.
and he's like, hey, everybody.
Okay, well,
We should lie to
Make a
that
choice.
waif and tell her that we are devoted to her.
well,
And then-
So-
apparently she could detect that I was not. But you guys, well,
Here's
yeah,
the deal.
we're all
I looked up-
together.
You're a
I looked
bad
at the
liar.
stat block of the bird. It's only CR3, so let's attack.
What? That's cheating. What the fuck is
And
that?
wrong.
Hey! What the hell?
And you don't know what the DM's done to that.
Yeah.
It could be.
I was like, and I've learned recently,
I
Wizards of
haven't
the Coast
done
reuses
Okay,
art
okay.
for a lot of monsters, like a lot of monsters. I was like, man, this art is great, and then I was like, oh shit, it's
This-
also used for 3 other things.
This is a don't ever do that in your campaign.
yeah.
You will ruin it for yourself. Do not look up
I mean,
Yeah.
the stats
I
of
mean-
monsters that you're done. Plus, the dungeon master can do whatever they want, so they might have changed
and
it.
he's kind of pissy. You saw what happened to the artificer earlier. This one's way
Okay.
worse. I mean, just do
Okay.
whatever.
Oh.
So the bird sits there, kind
It's
of.
not my choice to make. I'm not gonna.
Question?
I'm not gonna hit it. I'm a pacifist. I'm not gonna attack the bird. But
That's it, bird. I'm dropping my vows because I fucking hate
this
feathers.
is my vows. I'm gonna drop them just to
Cross
like
the line, bird. Not any
for
of the
some random bird that I can't even communicate
Yeah,
with.
nothing else I've
Okay, why
encountered.
don't we?
You're nothing
I-
to me, bird. You never will be.
Okay. Huddle. Here we go. Why don't we finish exploring this place? And if we don't find anything, let's figure out also where this artifact that she wants is. Because maybe that would be good for us to have either way.
Maybe someone that isn't you or I should go down there and profess their loyalty.
I
Clearly.
mean, we're all together as a group. I don't know. It's gonna be like.
Well, she's not going to listen to me. I have a cryovane holy symbol hanging from my neck.
Cryovane tattoo. All
And
things are
Orryn
possible
is
through
small.
cryovane.
She's not gonna
Prey.
listen. She's not gonna listen to me because I'm smarter than her.
And Orryn is small prey, so it'll just be eaten.
Well, how about this? Baldr's just not gonna do it.
God, guys, we
Self-preservation.
get along so well. We're okay. I think we've decided that, at least for the moment, we're not gonna eat the bird.
Fight bite the bird, and we're not.
So
gonna...
let's go down the stairs and ask her where this stupid artifact is.
Let's not call it stupid. Though.
Well, I think it's stupid.
Of course it's stupid. We should be rending her head from her neck. I hate this.
I mean, if you guys want to try.
You make your way down the stairs back to Oral's throne room. She's seated very calmly on her throne. I see you are very aware of your place in the natural order of things.
Okay, killer.
That's it. She's talking down to us. We're over this. You didn't say anything about that.
She just kind of sits there. I realize you know your place in the grand order of things.
Ooh, she's stronger than us.
That even those that serve me are your betters at this point.
Oh,
You're only
wait a minute.
Do we need to, since we're in the like a winter wonderland, do we need to have like a Rocky IV like training session real quick before we go?
Okay.
What's the song for-
Okay,
what's the
I'm
song
going
for the
to
montage.
I'm going to use my 4th level
Go to
spell
body?
slot.
Okay.
I am going to cast divination.
Okay.
And so I'm going to ask the being that supports me, the god or celestial or whatever, a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity occurring within the next 7 days.
Okay.
The GM offers a truthful reply, but the reply can be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, an omen, something like that. The spell doesn't take into account possible circumstances that might change the outcome. So it's not like predicting
Sure.
the future. It's like gonna give its best outcome because yeah. And I'm going to ask.
I'm gonna give you this discretion. Careful with the wording, and this is before I even know what you're going to ask, but just be careful with the wording, because the only way this really works is if I get to do like not a dickish like repercussion of the wish spell, but you know, it's not just like, yep, that's the answer, bro, do that.
Well, yeah, no,
okay.
I mean, it says that it offers a truthful reply, but the reply might be.
Sure. Right.
It's up to you.
Right.
It's
Cryptic.
DM-powered.
Cryptic.
Yeah.
It basically tells you like, yo, no, be cryptic. Cool. Done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you hand signals. That's how fucking cryptic it's about to be.
I'm just like, I cast a spell and then I'm like, am I gonna get a good night's sleep tonight? No.
What? Really? Look, man, I'm worried. I'm
25
tired.
gold pieces.
I'm
25
tired.
gold pieces to cast that. No, I'm going to cast divination. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask my deity if we should find the artifact for this being.
Should we find the artifact for
It would
Oral?
well, I assume it's oral.
Okay.
But I don't know
It
if
is.
it's just like a servant. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like I guess, and then obviously it would be in whatever the desires of my deity wants. So maybe my deity knows something I don't, or wants something I don't. But anyways, that's what I'm asking.
Okay. where do you cast this from? Like, is like Oral just sitting in your chair and you're just like in the next room? You still
It's instantaneous, so it's not like
okay. It's not a big
it's
production.
not like a huge production. It takes like it's an
Okay.
action, so I guess it takes like a couple of seconds to cast. But maybe I'll do it on the stairs, not in her view, but so she doesn't think I'm trying to cast a spell on her or something.
As you ask the question, you are kind of overwhelmed by this deep embrace, as you felt most times when you have healed somebody, and when they have been healed, this kind of almost smothering embrace, and the deep voice, a deep voice, completely without gender and in your head, says to you, find it for yourselves, not for her.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's what I was thinking. Okay, that's reasonable. Okay, let's... And then I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna ask the Arl, we will find this artifact for you, but we need to know where to look for it. But we're doing this in exchange for your prayer. I hope you understand that.
You do not prove yourself to me. You prove yourselves to the universe. For I do not just grant my prayer to those who come in seeking it. You must prove through task, action, that you are worthy. In the basement of this castle are the vaults and trials of the Frostmaiden. Prove yourself worthy in these trials and earn my prayer and set forth in my name. And she just goes back to sitting on her chair, almost no longer interested in your presence.
Where is the basement?
Oh, down the stairs. Let's go.
Fine.
Basements are usually at the bottoms of buildings.
Where do these stairs go? They go up.
I don't have a basement.
I'm gonna walk up the stairs going down.
So you come back through the first floor in which you entered, and into the semicircular room at the end of the hallway, coming down. And as you come down into you go down a flight of stairs, this enormous caverned ice room, seemingly backlit despite being under the ground, in purples and greens and silvers. So bright that it washes onto you, and it looks like you're in a 60s like psychedelic video. Everything's purple and green and silver, constantly moving.
Whoa, this reminds me of college, dude.
Whoa, bro. Turn on the black light, man. Whatever the source of light is, ever shifting, kind of throwing you off, and as the walls are very irregularly shaped, it's kind of disorienting as these colors change and the series of points of light change, never really allowing you to kind of gain your kind of spatial awareness of what's going on. In the bottom, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make sure. There are 5 kind of passages that seem identical to each other, and then to the south there is a passage that seems like the others, but it has kind of a frosty mist in front of the corridor.
Okay. I'll walk out into the chamber. Is there anything of like anything that looks like a trial?
In front of all of the little passages, there are doorways with Dwarvish script written over the.
Can anyone read that?
None of us speak Dwarvish. Dwarves are small.
I didn't learn Scottish.
No Dwarvish.
Well, we're fucked. Game over. No, okay. I don't even have
What
a spell. Well,
if-
actually, I could cast a spell, but I'd have to like have a full rest before I could do it.
It doesn't matter what it says. Just walk in.
Okay. I will push on a random door. I'll just roll it. It looks like there's 4 doors. Or there's more.
There are 4, sorry.
Okay, I'll roll a d4
16,
and I'll choose
16,
one.
17, 18, and 19. 15
I
are...
push on door 17.
17.
Yep. I just roll the dice and choose a door. That one.
Above the door, as you walk through, the Dwarvish script changes to common.
Oh.
The word endurance can be
It says
seen.
endurance?
Endurance.
Okay.
That's something I do good.
Yeah. Is this before I push the door open, or as I push
This
the
is
door
as
open?
you walk up to it. The script changes to common, and it says endurance.
Can I push the door open just a little bit and take a peek inside?
As you push the door open, just the slightest little touch, the doors swing open. A bright,
rude.
blinding, like flurry of snow envelops you, obscuring
Jesus.
all of the walls around you. And as it subsides, you find yourself on a sunny day in the tundra of Icewind Dale. Jaatuuli, off in the distance, you can see your mountain.
Like we were teleported?
Yes.
All of us are there? I look around. Is everybody there?
You're all there.
Okay.
You see in the distance a band of Goliaths bearing the mark of the Reghead tribe that you have encountered several times. And they appear to be dismantling like their camp, breaking down tents, preparing to travel. They turn, as they're kind of making their motions around, they see you standing there in the middle of the tundra. All kind of look up. One of them steps away from the camp, steps closer to you, about 60 to 70 feet away. We shall not lie down and die for your pleasure, emissaries of Arl. Be gone.
What?
Do we look different?
I mean, obviously, without a mirror, everybody can see everybody else. You all look like yourselves. You have an odd little, like, kind of magic blue snowflake, like a Sims character, floating above your head.
Interesting. Okay.
Well,
Are they doing anything, or are they just like
They're breaking.
confronting us?
Like I said, they're breaking down camp. One of them has, kind of shouted at you, while the others continue to break down the camp.
Okay. I cautiously approach him and I say, where are you headed out to? Why are you packing up your camp?
We move to the Sea of Moving Ice. Food is becoming scarce here. A curse has begun to set in, and we must head to the shore while there are still whales available.
There are not.
Kind of looks quizzically at you. That is where we go. We do not seek your approval.
I don't ask for your approval. What I'm telling you is that there is no whales to be had, and the only whale there that you will find will drag you to your death.
We must take that chance before this curse darkens the sky forever.
We will lift the curse. That is why we are here. This is but stage 1.
Then help us get to the shore so that we may be in a position of strength when this curse does take hold.
Very well. Do I sense any any universal resistance to this concept here?
From the party or from the Goliaths?
From basically we're Arl's representatives in this circumstance, right?
Yes.
A trial of Arl. Do I sense disapproval from Arl in this action?
You get no sign either way. In the same way that nothing you have done prior to this, you've gotten a feeling of approval or disapproval of Oral. Not internally, you've probably seen manifestations of her happiness or her displeasure. You don't feel anything, and no horrible monstrosities like jumping out at you to tell you not to do this so far.
Is there any sense that this is all an illusion?
Give me a perception check.
I'll roll a 1.
I know, right? Hiya! Oh, okay, it's fine. 21.
Oh, wow. Snap.
It's like the first time you rolled above a 5 on the perception check.
Yeah.
The only thing that seems amiss is the fact that the sun is up.
Okay. This isn't real, or at least in this is the past or something.
Real, then we should kill.
I mean,
Why spare anything?
I can't be certain, but I point out that the sun is up and that clearly the curse hasn't taken hold yet, so this is a different time to the party, and I'm just like it. So and obviously we were in some sort of chamber before all that snow came and hit us, so I feel like we're either
In the past,
being projected into the past, or it's hard to say. I don't know how time travel works, but I don't think we're actually in the past. I don't think anything that we do here will. This is a test, right? So maybe it's just, but then again, it's Arl, and she's kind of a bitch. So
we should help them. What's it matter if Arl's desires come to light? Then we'll
the door said endurance, right?
Yeah, the walk.
Like we have to endure something. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope this doesn't take a long time. How far away is the whaling area that you would go to?
It is
Just thing ice.
it is half a day's walk, and we must arrive by nightfall.
Okay. If this is the past, then there might actually be whales for them.
Then we should actually take them and go.
Okay,
I'm hungry.
let's go.
Jaatuuli wants to eat.
Yeah. I want to sleep.
The barbarian, as he gets closer, is adorned with some significant pelts. Jaatuuli would recognize one as a massive polar bear, just thrown over his shoulder, signifying some importance with the one that spoke to you. After a couple of hours, the entire camp is broken up, folded up, put onto either sleds to be dragged by their people, or also hitched to wagons to be dragged by axe beaks. And as you set off at this exceptionally quick pace, because of the large strides of these Goliaths with you're traveling with, you realize that you are traveling at a much faster rate than you would on your own.
Mhm.
The weather begins to turn, and even though the sun remains out and everything remains, illuminated, a blizzard sets in. The Goliaths, very, prepared, and this being very familiar with this, managed to tie themselves all together with ropes so as no one to get lost, and even managed to tie the rope to all four of yourselves as well, instructing that if anything were to happen, just follow the rope and you won't get lost.
Mm-hmm.
The blizzard kicks up, just as bad, if not worse, as any of the blizzard you've encountered in your own personal excursions through the tundra of Icewind Dale. And after about 8 hours of traveling, everybody's legs are heavy. Your fingers start to get cold. The tips of your nose has turned red. This long slog across the tundra has become exhausting. I need everybody to make a constitution check, please.
Ew.
Grumble.
Did you say grumble?
I said grumble. Oh.
You're grumbly.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got a 23.
I'm just gonna flex.
Did you say Constitution check or saving throw?
Check,
Saving
please.
throw.
Check.
Oh, a
please.
check?
I'm sorry. Check.
A constitution check?
Yes.
Oh, check.
Sorry.
I guess the number is the same.
Good.
Is it the same? Do you use your proficiency?
I have proficiency in Constitution.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency in constitution, so it's the same for me.
So it's 13 for me.
Okay.
You just minus your proficiency from that, and
15
that's your
for me.
total.
All right. Jaatuuli,
So then
what'd you get?
I got a 20.
Okay. So through the ninth hour, desire to see where this goes, the party, or the barbarian, seemingly kept close to you, to make sure that you're okay, realizing that this excursion has become quite grueling for you. They managed to keep an eye on you, kind of tighten their ranks as they begin to see that you may be struggling. And within the next kind of hour, the snow becomes deep. Not so much for them and their long legs, but for everybody here involved. The snow becomes deep, and it becomes even harder to travel through. I'm going to need everybody to make another Constitution check, please.
Okay, I did better this time.
Well,
Okay.
I got a 16.
15.
Okay.
$11.
Okay. the snow ever deeper, the Goliaths closing in around you. Some of them have begun to kind of stay in front of you as to cut pass through the snow to prevent you from having to just lift up your legs constantly and expend all this extra energy. Despite all this, the ferocity of the storm fills in these gaps and these trenches that they try to get you to walk through relatively quickly. And as the snow begins to mount and the winds begin to pick up, even some of the Goliaths who are native to this region and are probably very familiar with these kinds of conditions seem to begin to struggle as the test goes on and on, or as the trip goes on and on. Everybody give me another Constitution check, please.
16.
Okay.
19.
I keep getting better.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
7.
7. Okay. As the snow really begins to kick in and come down, suddenly, despite being tied together, the space in the ropes where Baldr would be, he is no longer there. The loop that was tied around his waist still exists. He is not there. No steps in the snow are made. No nothing.
We're just dragging his rope.
Think of it like links in a chain. Just his link is empty.
It's empty.
It's not real. Keep walking.
Yeah, I think we just got to keep pushing on.
Okay. Even after
Against all of my instincts, I do that.
even after Baldr has fallen, the Reghead Goliaths still persevere through this horrendous weather, through the deep snow drifts, the blowing winds, the bright sunshine reflecting off of the snow and obscuring everybody's vision even further. Everybody give me another Constitution check, please.
Hey, get down, bro. Hey.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no, my
Orryn's
father.
gone.
I got a 15.
21.
I got a 15 as well.
You're already gone. So now the ropes are a little more slack. Suddenly, the Goliaths are not spending as much time looking for Orryn in the snow as his loop has disappeared, or him inside of his loop has disappeared, and the Goliaths, once ever determined and moving at a huge clip, have suddenly stalled and slowed as the snow continues to come down. And I need Kelroth and Jaatuuli to make a Constitution check, please.
19.
Okay.
21.
Just
I live.
as
I'm not. I'm tough.
just as the snow becomes too deep and it seems as if you have been slogging forever through the deep snow and the blizzard and the disorienting like gusts, a little bit of light reflects an odd blue in the distance. You hear the chief exclaim and point through the snow. Look, we have made it to shore. And just as they kind of come over this last little ridge and begin to drop down, they continue. The snow seems to blow up in Kelroth and Jaatuli's face, and they are transported back to the basement of the castle. In front of the door, Baldr and Orryn sit somewhat disoriented, but otherwise no worse for wear. As the door closes and frosts over, and the word endurance above the door fades to nothing.
Okay.
I laugh.
Yeah, I don't think that one was fair because, Orryn's 3.5 feet tall, so like walking through a blizzard isn't really fair for him.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll be good at one of the next ones.
I reach out and clasp Orryn and Baldr by the hand and pick them up. And just drag them.
Did you all make it?
Of
I
course.
guess so.
Look who we are.
Yeah, I really wanted to, but my little legs don't do too well in the snow, I'm gonna be honest.
That's fair. It was pretty tough. You didn't miss much.
It actually was awful.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to get through all of it.
Okay, I will choose the next. I'll touch the door because I'll touch the door, the next one to the right. So 18, because we were at 17, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll touch door 18. I want to see what that one says.
The Dwarvish script above 18 turns to the word isolation as you push the door.
Oh, shit.
The big amounts of snow and gusting wind blow into your face, and once again you are transported from the basement of the castle on the island of Solstice to the middle of the tundra of Icewind Dale once again. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of the camp under a clear sky. All warriors in the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons.
Okay. I look around. Is everyone there?
Everybody's there. Everybody appears about 60 to 70 feet outside of this camp, behind this ridge. Once again, a trail or a tribe of the Goliath barbarians that you've seen, different from the ones previously, sit around a camp. Instead of breaking this one down, they are sharpening weapons and preparing for something.
Let's approach the camp.
Yeah. Maybe they have an extra whetstone.
As you make your way to the camp, a female tribesman, not one that you recognize from any previous journeys, stands up and looks. Orryn has blessed us. The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission.
What's your mission?
We must go and destroy the camp of a rival tribe, lest they get strong and compete with us.
I want to go.
Why don't you join forces and both become doubly as strong?
You don't understand. You're an outsider.
They look, and then they all have a good little laugh. We did not know Humor was one of the devoted factions for the Frostmaiden. And they slap you, Kelroth, on the back really hard, unaware of their size, kind of jarring you forward.
Yeah, I'm so funny.
For we must do this, and points to one of the kind of smaller and younger looking members. For this is their first raiding party, and we all must go.
Oh, it's a raiding party? You got a tank, you got some healers.
To celebrate this young one's initiation into the tribe.
Okay.
Hey, Kelroth.
It's a Goliath.
I appreciate that. I don't know all cultures. I can accept that.
You are not from here. You don't understand.
Yeah. I can't wait till you come visit my home and I tell you that.
Yeah, well, you're in my home.
Fair enough, fair enough. I didn't say I was. Leave me alone.
You disappear. You're out.
yeah.
Much pressure.
Okay, well, I guess we're going on a raid.
Yes. I bet you I will take more.
No,
You.
no.
Oh.
You
Oh.
you
Oh.
do not get to travel with us, for
Oh.
you are not part of this raiding party. And she looks to all of their stuff. You will remain here and guard the camp as long as necessary.
I see.
Jaatuli's flat out bummed out.
I don't think that's what this trial is about. Very well, we will watch your camp. Good luck on your raid.
Yes, good luck on your raid.
Oh, Jesus.
They start chanting and slapping themselves in the chest and headbutting each other and doing very Goliath barbarian type shit as they march on.
Julie just feels so alone already. Oh, God.
I want to be there.
Oh, no.
I love headbutting.
As they march off, chanting some kind of war cry, drums beating, swords in the air, chanting, screaming, howling, all kinds of, barbarian type shit. They leave you in this kind of isolated canyon. High walls, barely the tiniest little bit of sun makes its way in. You're perpetually cast in shadow as you sit around this camp. And eventually the sounds of the tribe has faded into the distance. And you are left alone with a small campfire just sitting there.
Well, can we take a long rest? Set up a watch? I don't know. I guess we're just gonna sit here and be isolated.
Yeah, if you guys want to set up a watch.
Who wants to go? I'll go first.
Okay.
Yep.
Orryn goes
but then-
second.
Alright.
I'm not taking one. Fuck this.
Alright.
Sit
What the
down.
hell?
Alright.
I wanna, as long as I can try and sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, get a long rest.
I doubt that we will, but I'm going to try anyways.
I'm not even sleeping. I'm just sitting there, just like.
Alright, so basically, Jaatuuli, you're going to be on watch with everybody then, right? Well, everybody...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm skulking through the night.
Alright. Okay, so it'll be Kelroth and Jaatuuli starting off. Orryn and Baldr, you guys going to try to catch some sleep? What are you going to try to do?
Yeah, Orryn definitely wants to sleep after the giant made him,
Definitely sleep.
Okay.
Orryn has like cracked ribs, like that's probably why he felt the blizzard. He probably couldn't breathe properly because his ribs are cracked.
Um,
I'm just gonna approach Jaatuuli and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, buddy." Remember, this isn't real. You'll get to hang with the barbarians and go on a raid once this is all done.
This was a highly insensitive trial.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because this is a trial and the door said isolation or something to that effect before we got sucked in. I feel like they're not gonna come back. Because then we would be stuck here alone.
Alone but together, at least.
Well, people disappeared last time. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. But I think it's a good idea to try and get some rest. At the very least, get some rest and tend to your wounds and, whatnot.
Very well.
Okay.
I should sleep.
Just fall asleep.
He just falls asleep.
okay.
So I'm staying watch.
As everybody tries to fall asleep, or in Baldr's case, go into his trance. Despite feeling as if the fight with the frost giants had happened just, a matter of minutes or potentially hours ago, you are unable to fall asleep. And the internal clock of your body has told you that, as best you can tell, you probably haven't slept in close to 3 days. Baldr and Orryn realize that they were waiting there for Jaatuuli and Kelroth to return for quite a significant period of time, and even then they were unable to sleep. Kelroth, give me your perception check, please, for your watch.
Boo, DM. Boo.
Sorry, buddy.
Let us sleep. So sleepy.
You're freestyling.
Sigh. What's the point in having +8 if you can't roll above a 10? I got an 11.
Ew.
I suck.
In this kind of canyon, kind of the dead end of one, you are protected from like the wind for the most part, all of the elements, but any sound you hear reverberates through the whole canyon, giving you a hard time of perceiving whether something is close by or actually a threat. But for your duration of your watch, you hear what sound like animals kind of paddling and sniffing about, maybe a slight little underlying growl, but nothing to be seen, nothing shows itself or comes up to you in any kind of threatening manner. You sit there, you hear these sounds, you kind of get this feeling of something being in the canyon. Nothing presents itself throughout your entire watch. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
This is stupid. That's stupid.
Are you using the auto roller or are you using physical dice?
I'm using the D&D Beyond thing.
Well, see, and I use D&D on DOS as well, and I never have the same issue.
It's screwing.
I usually roll.
It's like during this session, I've probably rolled like 15, 20 times. I think only like 5 or 6 of them have been above a 10. Anyways, I rolled a 12.
Okay. As you sit there, the sounds that change from, moving animals or animal breath, animal padding on the snow, a very clear and distinct voice comes in your head. And it sounds like your own voice speaking to you. It says, Kelroth, forget your vow. Kill them all. And prove your devotion to Orryn.
Okay.
You watch.
I'm mildly disturbed by it, but I would assume that
Oh,
I hold
this
my composure.
again?
Look, man, we haven't talked in a while. Like I've listened to you before. It didn't go well. Look, man, just leave me alone. Lose my number. So your watch kind of comes and goes. The voice starts out a whisper, and by the end is a normal sounding voice, and is becoming pretty insistent that you kill everybody and prove your devotion to Orryn. Your watch comes to an end, and it is Orryn's turn. Orryn
I walk up to Orryn to wake him up or to like get his attention for the watch, and I'm just like, I'm here to kill you. I mean, it's your turn for watch.
Orryn looks at Garth kind of weird, and he's like, okay, I will keep that in mind. This isolation.
I just pat him on the shoulder.
This
We're good.
oscillation must really be oscillating. As Orryn walks over to
Okay.
the campfire.
Kelroth, as you kind of get settled in to potentially go to sleep, you too find yourself unable to do so, and carrying the burden and all the things of having still have fought the frost giants. Orryn, give me your perception check, please.
It's going to fail. 7.
You hear what sounds like the clinking of metal off in the distance, towards the entrance to the canyon that you were in. You don't see anything, no movement with all of the light, just the sounds of essentially fighting.
So Orryn is not going to go to it, but he will alert everyone that he hears potential sounds of fighting.
Okay. Guys, what do you want to do with Orryn's little news?
I just say that, like, just keep an eye on it, but we should just stay in the camp. I think it's the best.
Okay, just don't kill me while I'm paying attention over there.
I would never
That'd be
kill
great.
you. I'd never kill you. You're my buddy.
The sounds come and go. You're never really sure that they're actually there. You don't see anything. Sometimes they're very loud as if they should be close by. Sometimes nothing, barely a whisper that you're not even sure if you actually hear them. And after a couple of hours during your watch, nothing presents itself, but the sound persists. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That'll also fail. I rolled a 5.
Ooh. A voice that begins as a whisper and eventually grows to almost a shout in your own head that sounds like your voice begins to say, "You are smarter than these people. They are only keeping you from your true fulfillment of your purpose. Kill them all, prove your devotion to Orryn, and be rewarded with wisdom."
Now, is Orryn, is he like mesmerized by that? Does he like act on it, or does he?
It's going to be up to you. It's your own voice in your head telling you these things.
I don't think it'd be in Orryn's personality to attack people, but I did roll a 5 on my wisdom saving throw. Is it like super tempting, or is it like?
It doesn't make you compelled to do anything unless Orryn's just the type that would do something just to get somebody to shut up. Like, fine, fuck it, I'll do it. Just, Jesus, I don't want to fucking hear it again.
Okay, so what you all see, you don't, like, Orryn doesn't act on it per se, but you all hear yelling around the campfire. You hear Orryn yelling around the campfire, and he's just like sticking his head into the snow, and he's like, "Stop saying these things to me. I'm not gonna do it." And he just like, basically his head is in the snow. He's like having a mental breakdown.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, great. The smart one's tripping.
Okay.
Comes to me.
Your time on your watch is going to finish. The voice ever present in your head. You're smarter than everybody else. They're holding you back. Kill them all. And between you being aware that you are unable to sleep here and now this voice, you are unable to try to go back to sleep or whatever after your watch, and you are just bombarded mentally with these lines being repeated in your head. Yeah. Baldr, are you gonna go on watch or?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
All right. Gonna set up. Orryn's gonna be a little shaken after his watch. You're gonna set up. You've been unable to sleep. You're still physically battered and kind of beginning to become exhausted. Your concept of time is completely gone. And I need you to roll your perception check, please.
All right. Perception. Huh. All right. That's a 12.
Kings.
You
Yeah.
you feel a deep vibration from the ground as if something heavy is moving in your direction. The sensation comes and it goes. At no point do you see anything. The light at the kind of entrance to the canyon doesn't get a shadow in it. Nothing physically changes, like no snow falls, no icicles fall. You just get the sensation of something large coming towards you at a pretty good speed. Boom, 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 and then it fades. And maybe 30 minutes later, boom, 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 and then it fades. Throughout the course of your watch, this thing comes and it goes. Never really sure what direction it seems to be coming from. Sometimes even behind you, at the top of the canyon, sometimes from the entrance. And I need you to make your wisdom saving throw, please.
Hey! First good roll I've had all night. That's a natural 20, so turns into a 24.
Okay. The voice in your head is not your own. It is the voice of some of the other members of the court. The ones who come to you and speak to you in your moments of meditation. And it says to you, your goal is bigger than their petty problems. Slay your friends and truly achieve your potential. And it just goes on and rattles, and sometimes it's a matter of fact, sometimes it's very demanding, sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes it's in a deep voice, but just this thought just perpetually for hours, just telling you what to do and telling you what to do. And eventually your watch comes to an end. You are unable to rest again. The voice in your head just will not shut up. And something about this place prevents you from sleeping. Jaatuuli, you've been trying to sleep for a little while. Everybody seems to have, straight up not been having a good time during their watch. Do you want to turn?
Yeah, I mean, it is mine, right?
Okay. Yeah, so give me your perception check.
18.
You are almost positive that at the top of the rock face that's like behind you, that's the top of the canyon, which you are at the bottom, that you hear the kind of scratching, clawed footsteps of your people on a raid, and the subtle, like, local dialect that your tribe has amongst itself. It's verbal shorthand. At the top of the canyon, saying things that you would say or that your tribesmen would say in setting up an ambush. Sometimes they're behind you, sometimes they're over there, sometimes they're over there, and it's not constant. Every so often you think you hear the sounds, but once again you see nothing. Nothing physical signifies what you hear.
Okay.
All right. And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, Mr. Barbarian.
6.
Hold on.
Yeah, I did good.
The voice is not yours. It is the voice of your father. And it says to you that powerful enemies are hunting you. And that the only way you will be able to save yourself is to kill the rest of the party so that they will not slow down your escape from this creature you could not even destroy if you stood your ground. And just like everybody else, it repeats it. Sometimes it's a whisper. The first couple of times you hear it, you're not even sure that it's real. It's so low and inside your head. But just as the course of your watch goes on, it keeps building and building and building and building.
All right.
Your watch has gone around. Your 8 hours has elapsed. And still no sign of the returning barbarians. It is now the morning, essentially. And as the sun rises, the voices in your head just continue loudly. They manifest as if they are being spoken aloud from inside the canyon. You hear them reverberate off the walls and echo, and because of the jagged nature and irregular forms of the rock faces, they seem to be coming from all directions to the point where they're basically deafening. The things that you noticed during your watch are now too loud to ignore. Jaatuuli hears the voices. Baldr feels the rumbling. Orryn hears... What'd you hear?
I heard them saying that. I heard it sounded like combat. Like
Okay,
battle
the combat
yeah.
sounds, and then Kelroth hears the animals. It is too loud to ignore, and it seems as if the sound is only getting louder and providing a sharp pain to your head. And I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
12.
Ooh.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is this magic? Is this a wisdom saving throw against magic?
No.
Okay. 12.
Dirty 20.
17.
All right. So Orryn and Jaatuuli, as the sounds get louder that you've heard and the voices get louder, it becomes so loud inside your own head that it causes a splitting headache, and you are going to take 11 points of psychic damage, and you are going to disappear from the ravine. Kelroth and Baldr remain as both of them begin to feel the big, deep rumblings, and a large shadow darkens the opening to the canyon. A horrendous roar can be heard, shaking the snow. Stalagmites, tights. We've been over this. Tights are on the top, yeah? If I can remember that from 4th grade. Begin to fall, and just as this large shadow begins to turn around the corner and entrance to the canyon, that is where we will end it tonight, with Kelroth and Baldr still in the canyon by themselves after Orryn and Jaatuuli got a little headache and disappeared. All right.
Oh.
So episode 25 in the books. We are going to try to get out of here relatively quickly. We all have a meeting to get to, a session 0 for our 4-part Ravenloft campaign that begins tomorrow night with our good friend Lisa Brownwin, who will be our DM, and we are so excited. So let me do my stuff real quick first, and we will get to the players, and we will get out of here so we can get ready for that tomorrow night. Episode 25, everybody, thank you for coming out, and everybody who's subscribed, who's followed, to do everything. This has literally been 6 months of all of our lives basically playing together, much longer on my half getting this thing ready to go, and to have had as much fun with it, and to just see everybody show up week after week, and just give amazing performances. I cannot thank everybody enough, and it means the world to me, and I say this to you guys every week, but thank you. This has been a great 6 months of D&D for me, and I really appreciate you guys. I know it's because of you guys. So with that said, we have seen once again our amazing characters. Behind them are even greater individuals. Let us meet them real quick. Let us start. We'll go back around from whence we came. We will start with our skeptic cleric, who like to get sassy with the frozen demigoddess, because I'm wiser than her. Those were your words, yeah?
No, I didn't say I was wiser. I just said I had a high wisdom.
Okay. Kelroth, tell us about the great man Dustin behind him.
My name's Dustin. I played Kelroth. I'm a dungeon master turned player, and I'm enjoying the return to regular life. I'm about to get my second shot. I used to work on cruise ships, so that's potentially going to happen a bit again. We shall see.
Awesome. Let us go upstairs to our monk. Took a little bit of a beating and is commanded by his kind of order to maybe kill everybody. We'll see how everybody feels. Baldr, tell us about my friend Lewis.
As Manny just said, good friends with him. We have been friends for a long time. Wanted to play D&D, so we, started playing D&D online, and that's what led to this. So I'm glad we could all get together and play D&D like this. I've had an amazing time.
Awesome. Let us go next door to our biter of things. And what did your shitty voice tell you? It's still, you're not going to be able to survive if you let them live.
Yeah.
Not going to be.
They would have been dead.
Yeah, they're not going to. You're not going to be able to GTFO if you don't kill your peeps.
Yeah.
So, Jaatuuli, tell us about our good friend Tenta.
I'm Tenta. I played Jaatuuli. I like fighting and metal and wrestling and all those fun things. So you can connect with me at RipTentaSqueeze on the Twitter machine, and we can chat about all those things. And again, I'm humbled and grateful to be a part of this group.
Thanks, buddy. And let us close it down with our soon-to-be barbarian, perhaps. A little multi-class dip might be interesting. Artificer Barbarian 2, who knows? I'm really smart and I'm angry. Or tell us about our good friend Landon.
I'm a software developer during the day. Married. I have 2 Saint Bernard puppies. Um, one of them, the boy, his name is Beowulf. He outweighs me. The girl, Snow, she outweighs my wife, but does not outweigh me. So I can still out tug of war her. I just can't out tug of war Beowulf. Um, I like pretty much anything that's fantasy related, so like RPGs, like video games and stuff. I love D&D. This has been my favorite D&D group that I've played in. Um, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, all those. I love them. Like Tenta, I also love metal, so that's always fun. And yeah, I think that's everything. My biggest hobby isn't even video games; it's eating. I will eat and eat and eat. It's my favorite thing to do.
76 hot dogs, Joey Chestnut. Get at it next year.
Exactly.
Awesome.
But that's me.
Cool. Like I said, thank you to our amazing players. Everything that this channel has would not be possible without them for coming along and finding some weirdo who found them on Reddit or Twitter to come out and be like, hey, let's do a stream game together. And it's worked out. They've been great. I owe them so much for all the success of this channel. To our new followers and subscribers, thank you for watching tonight. It's quite a little bit of you. That's very nice to see. Glad you got to see this really good episode with these people. Join us next week. We're going to be back right again doing this for episode 26, literally the half a year mark for this campaign. Starting tomorrow night, we will be switching from One Shot Wednesdays to a month-long 4-part adventure where I will slide from this window over to one of those with those 4 fine gentlemen, and we will get to play all together for the first time in our 6 months together. I am so excited. Our DM chiming in chat that she's doing well. She's going to be fine. So tune in for that. Our One Shot Wednesdays will be our special little ode to Ravenloft, little mini Curse of Strahd with the 5 of us as players. So tune in for that every Wednesday in July here on the channel, 7 p.m. And if we don't see you then, we'll see you back here next Tuesday. We have to get to session 0 right now. Tune in tomorrow and check out our amazing little mini Curse of Strahd campaign. Our DM is great. She is exceptionally passionate, and I can't wait till she shows us what she has. So until tomorrow or next Tuesday, thank you so much for watching. We will see everybody next week. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.